Prince William, the green-eyed king in waiting, embeds a Sky News reporter so that he can have a better forward-facing image to the public, which addresses two things: his laziness and his functionality. The article was entitled "The Quiet Disruptor," and this earned Rhiannon Mills of Sky News Sycophant of the Week, along with the interviewee, the green-eyed king, Prince William himself. Now, before I delve into this story and as to the reason why Rhiannon Mills of Sky News is Sycophant of the Week, I think it's important to note a couple of things. Firstly, the use of an embedded reporter is to give you a favourable PR exercise. You're not going to be sharing tea and digestives if that person isn't on side, because you don't know what they're going to write. I mean, of course, you're going to see what they're going to write about you, because you are not going to let anything out that doesn't show you in a favourable light. But the whole point of embedding a individual next to a person of note is to give that person of note excellent PR. That's why when you see correspondence, war correspondence for argument's sake, embedded with this individual or that individual, you know that that individual can't get that close unless there's arrangements. You're not there to give a story that's going to not make the person who's embedding you look bad. So that's the point. So Rhiannon Mills writes this article and she talks about having a week with Prince William, and she goes through his itinerary, and we're going to chew all over that in a second as well. Another point to note about Sky News is that wasn't Prince Harry suing them? Didn't he get a settlement from them? Weren't they involved in phone hacking? Didn't you receive Prince William yourself with your greedy hands and your greedy licorice self? Did you not receive a sum of money from Rupert Murdoch, the same people who are now embedding a reporter with you to give you a favourable stance to the public? This is just a propaganda piece, and we see right through it. It's opaque as you. So Rhiannon Mills wants you, the reader, to believe that the king, one, the king in waiting, should I say, is not lazy, and two, he's relevant and functionally useful to the nation. So she has a week with him, and in that week we see him rushing here and rushing there and doing a whole range of things, not everything requiring a robe and servants, but everything requiring public money, of course, to, look after you, set up the stunts, sort out all the photography, and make sure everything is picture perfect for the theatre, which is your life this week with Rhiannon Mills. So on Tuesday, there was a surprise event that he appeared at where he took the microphone and spoke about personal connections, trying to be authentic. And this is him talking about the Rangers. Don't forget, he's got this dead documentary which no one's going to look at anyway. So that's what he did on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, he went to the Leith Community Centre in Edinburgh. How did he get here? Did he get there? Did he fly there? Were you talking about the emissions? Of course you weren't, Rhiannon, because that's not your function. You're just there to massage him and also his image. He played football with the little people, and you took pictures and you talked about his impact. So presumably, if he can do, a corner kick, suddenly he's going to address the questions of homelessness on his estate where he's a slumlord, literally. Then on Thursday, he was at a naval ceremony, yes, where he was naming HMS Glasgow. We saw that, and the wife was like, she couldn't even remember her words, and she was talking like this, and nobody understood what she said. And then on Friday, there was a traditional royal garden party, which Rhiannon had the opportunity to presumably have wonderful hors d'oeuvres and mix with the higher echelons of society. That was the nature of it. So she wanted to show us this wonderful mix of him not being traditional. He's breaking with tradition. He's trying something new, but he's also trying to hang on to the past just a little bit. The whole thing was a veneer exercise with no substance, looking exactly at what he represents, what he benefits from, how he conducts his business, and also the nature of his functionality to the nation. What thing did he do there which was impactful? She then went on to discuss how he has convening power, and in his role as statesperson, he is able to garner the big thinkers, the big leaders, and create something of worth because he's a statesperson. She writes, he is a man bestowed with so many traditional titles, all of which he eats from. It's a new role he's shaping for himself that's more intriguing. And she says, William is a quiet disruptor. Just listen to the language, a quiet disruptor. If you're disrupting things, aren't you messing them up, creating a storm, creating some sort of event, some sort of something? What are you disrupting other than our patience with you and this institution? She writes, in a week when Time magazine named the Prince and the Princess of Wales in its top 100 philanthropists for modernizing royal philanthropy, really? What does that even mean? What have they modernized? Have they stopped taking money from the poorest? Have they stopped rinsing out things from other people's countries? I don't think so. None of them are particularly headline grabbing, she says, because she spent a week with him in various engagements, but all are examples of how he's setting out to do things differently or underlying the challenges and the criticisms he faces of doing things in his own way. She then goes on to tell you what I told you before. He went to the community centre, he kicked the ball with the little people, and then she writes a glowing article about how he is so important. And he's giving, what is it? He gives a voice to the voiceless, really? Is that just before he's done the pomp and ceremony and then walked off after the pictures are taken? Because we know none of these things have any substance, any meaning. Wasn't he dealing with homelessness on his estate where he's a slum landlord? What about the Earthshot Prize? Hasn't that died a death? It's just fizzled out. All of these propaganda pieces are just trying to create a better image for the future king so that we continue with this relationship and we never question the value of it. We're supposed to just, lap all this stuff up and suddenly smile. But the point is, he doesn't have the history of convening power. He's only recently being rebranded for our consumption. And what the public know is that he and his wife are lazy, they are entitled, and they serve no meaningful impact to the nation. And no amount of puff articles, propaganda pieces, or documentaries about, the Rangers or about early years is going to alter that image for the couple. And for that reason, Rhiannon Mills gets Sycophant of the Week. This is for you, Rhiannon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rhiannon. Your contribution was invaluable.